morning. It's been a minute. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Greatest day of the week. Yes. Good morning, everyone. I want to say good morning to Anna. Good morning. Chris, good morning. Jerry, good morning. Trevor, good morning. What's up? Jamie, what's up? Danielle, good morning. Randy, Amy, Dreama, Mama, Gigi, good morning. Jim, good morning. Aunt Donna, good morning. So, no, Connor, I called him Snonner there for a second. Connor did not hit the snooze button. We weren't dead on this morning because, we were just chatting about our weekend and lost time. Okay. So, it's been a great weekend. It's been a very, very busy week for us with the challenge we're doing. We're not talking about it a lot, Bo. We're not putting a lot of emphasis on the challenge we're doing and what we're doing. We're just spending time on a challenge within the community that has to do with consistency, that has to do with scheduling, planning, and everybody is doing it together. So it's been pretty aggressive. Our schedule has been extremely aggressive, and it's been awesome. We were away since Friday. Whoa, we were at the races since Friday at Pagoda, and it was absolutely awesome. We got to work the track. We got to do some watering. What else did we get to do? Some flagging. TJ got to do some racing and absolutely killed it at the races. Yeah, he killed it. And he did awesome. You're allowed to smile for those claps, TJ. Okay, I did. He's like he's a boxer. So it's been a eventful, crazy weekend. So let's read the quote. The quote for today is pretty awesome. A single lie destroys a whole reputation of integrity. A single lie destroys a whole reputation of integrity. I love that one, but it's not our topic. So, but think about that one. It takes a long time to build a reputation of integrity. It takes a while, and especially if you're a guy like me that made a living out of being a liar for a long point in my life. That once you do that, people are not going to really want to believe much that you say. You got some proving to do to yourself and to the community around you. So yeah, a single lie destroys a whole reputation of integrity. I love that. Man, my allergies are crazy this year, y'all. Crazy. But so I want to talk about a topic that I see in our society based on something that happened this weekend. And this may be a little edgy topic for people on this one. Maybe this one belongs on Tattooed Preacher. The Tattooed Preacher page, I talk pretty aggressively. There's some things we talk about on there that we don't talk about on here. But I felt like really convicted to talk about this weekend. We have this society. So we made a mistake. Joe made a mistake on as a flagging. He was the finish line flagger at the race. We were all set up for Saturday. Friday practice went well. He flagged that, but he made a simple mistake during a kids race, which is the worst time to make a mistake during a 50 race because 50 parents are absolutely nuts. In my opinion, and I actually hope people are listening to this and hear this. Like in my opinion, every failure that a 50 parent has is taken out on the racer and whatever race they're at. Like they are just trying to live through a kid in everything they do, which puts a ton of pressure on a 5 to 8-year-old kid, a 4 to 8-year-old kid. But that's a whole different story. But I just really feel like our society has no idea how to mind their own business. We are in a society where everybody has an opinion, and it's I don't know how we got. I don't know how we got here. I know what it used to be like, but Joe made a mistake. He made a simple mistake. I got on the radio. I apologized to everybody around. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry." Joe said he was sorry. Hey, we made a mistake, and Joe made a flagging mistake. He put 2 white flags out. And then got really confused about what was going on with the checkered. So they had to rerun the race. And it was like he maliciously hurt someone. Like he was He was trying to hurt someone the way these people were screaming. The way that people, there was a dude that wasn't even involved. Like I was up in a tower that was down next to my tower that was yapping his gums to me, like just yapping at me about what's going on. And you know me, like I didn't deal with that well. I just let him know if he could come up and visit me if he wanted to, and we could talk about it up at the top here, because like I can't stand that you're 40 yards away, 20 yards away from me, yapping your gums, being aggressive and being a jerk. But what's up with this people? What's up with our society? Like when I was a kid growing up, I'm going to be like really open about this one. You know, I think we're in a society that needs to get punched in the face. And that's just really how I feel. I'm not saying that I'm right. I know there's a big part of this with what I do that is not like politically correct. But man, people out there are just so quick to not be kind, and the level of disrespect is so high, and people don't mind their business. Like everybody has this opinion, and they can be really disrespectful and hurtful with their words on purpose after somebody makes a simple mistake. Like think about that. Somebody makes a mistake, and you try to hurt them and call them names and do all these things and get involved in things that are not any of your business. And it's obviously people that are not happy with themselves, that are miserable. That's not the point. But I believe, and this is all me. This is egotistical. This is, but at some point, those people have to have a lesson that gets them to change, and wake them up. Where like something happens in their life to say, you know what, I got to stop treating people like that. I gotta stop being that person and being rude and disrespectful and hurtful to people that made a mistake. Like these people were just straight jerks to Joe, like yelling things right underneath it. Like I don't want to repeat the words that they were saying to him, but it was just wrong, okay, and made him feel like he was 4'11". Oh, wait. It made him feel like he was 3 feet tall. Okay, and that whole thing. I don't know. I see it so much. I see the way kids today talk to their parents. I see the way they curse at their parents. I see the way that our society is with mouthing to other people. And there's no. I'll tell you right now. Like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it wasn't this way. If you were disrespectful to your elder, like my family wanted me to get my butt kicked. Like when you're disrespectful, there has to be a consequence, and that's the trouble in our world today. Like there's no consequence for being utterly disrespectful and completely unkind. And I feel like, and this is me. I think that people that run their mouth in a hurtful way should at least get smacked in the mouth and make like maybe a little wake up, like, hey, like, oh, I was hurtful, like I just got hurt back. But there's nothing for people that to completely disrespect a person and tear somebody down and hurt and we just I know that part of kindness is turning other cheek, but at some point there's got to be lessons in life. Go ahead.
I like what you're saying about like getting smacked in the mouth, because it's not like this malicious thing. It's so that person can recognize what they're doing and fix it. It's to help them.
100%. I needed that. I remember being a kid and messing with an older kid. I do. I remember when it happened. I was like 8, 9 years old, and I was being a jerk to a kid for no reason. He was older. He was way bigger than me. I just thought he wasn't going to do anything. And after like a couple hours of this at a camp we were at, he just got sick of it and whacked me, and I'm like, oh shit, I better not do this to this guy, like and it's like I just I'm not right here. This is not me being right. This is again my point of view. There's got to be something with the way our society is where everybody just runs their mouth, and the internet and Facebook and Instagram and all these places have given people a platform to just be downright brutal to somebody with their words and have no consequence to it. Like, I grew up in an era where if you said the wrong thing, if you said something to somebody that didn't take that crap, I got punched in the face. I can remember being at work at the nursing home, working with a community of people, and I was a mouthy kid at 17. And I remember again, I was saying my words were getting away from me, and this dude cracked me, punched me right in my face. And he's like, "You better watch your mouth." And I'm like, "Yeah, I better." I better watch. And that happened numerous times, and I'm like, I got so it was that, and I just don't get it. And I'd love feedback from everybody out there. I saw you pick up the mic, Billy. Like,
I think there could just be more people that speak up. I don't think it has to resort to hitting someone in the face. But if today's society, if more people out there would just take a stand and step up, and I guess in a way say how they feel about, if you really show someone how you feel about what they're saying to you or to someone else, and put your words in there, they're gonna hear it, whether or not they follow it. Is different, but I mean it at least puts in there. A lot of people today are just too scared to say anything. They're just like, oh, it's easier for me just to walk by it than.
I think it's so me, man, like extreme measures to change something, take extreme issues, take extreme measures to fix it. And I feel a lot of our I don't know, man. I just feel a lot of our society needs a good ass whooping from their family and from their parents and from a lot of people. A lot of people that get mouthy. Because I believe that those issues with our society, if people would have a consequence that was a serious consequence for it, it would help things. And I believe that. I believe that everybody needs. I'm not talking about kicking somebody's butt, but I think they need like a smack to wake up and like maybe a little grab, like, hey, I'm not going to put up with this, and people learn to be kind. It's
where does that go?
Where can it go? I'll tell you what. Right now, where it went for me, it woke me up. Like, okay, I can't talk to everybody the way I want to talk to them. There's a consequence to it. And
was there times you fought back?
Not in those two, because I was trying to bully. Yeah, I was trying to be a jerk, and it really woke me up. Like the time I'm talking about at work, I really thought I was a 16-year-old kid. I thought, man, like I deserved that. I deserved it with what I was saying, and I just can't talk to people like. And then the whole thing is in today's time that you will live a long, like, I feel like there's a society, there's a group of people out there that they will for a long time in their life, if they don't get hit hard with a consequence that wakes them up and really puts them in their place, like they're gonna live a long time like that. I am one that believes that from what I see and what I've done that this society that we are in, like, and the younger generations will be disrespectful until you don't let them. I've watched that. I've watched you guys come in here, that they will test me and push me as far as they can until they know they can. Okay, and that's what this is based on. This is not based on any anger, violence, physical violence. That's not. No, this is, people need a wake up. And everybody's not the same. We think we're in this society where everybody's the same and everybody can deal. Everybody gets a timeout and everybody gets just told, oh, you take a timeout. Timeouts didn't work for me. You put me in timeout, I left my ass off. Right? That stuff didn't work. At some point, somebody's going to have to yoke you up and grab you up. And I understand there's different styles, but you're not right. Like, I'm not right. I'm telling you I have a different point of view because I see this type of behavior. Absolutely killing people. I have people that come through these doors every year that want to come in here. We just saw it, guys, right? Guy that wanted to bully, right? He wanted to run the show. He wanted to just, with his mouth, like, control people and be aggressive. And when we didn't take it and we didn't put up with it as a community and we weren't scared, what'd he do? Rolled. He rolled out, right? And I stood a firm line, like, nobody here is scared. Nobody here is worried about what you, like, you're going to have to figure out a different way in life. And when you start to stand up to that stuff, right? I think if that's dealt with in an aggressive manner, whether that's getting in somebody's face or not, I just feel like it can be life-saving. And people may not get it, but those same people are the ones that have kids that over and over and over and over and over again are continually disrespectful. That's what I see. Like there's no like, oh, like, you know, like talking doesn't solve everything. Consequences solve it. That's my opinion. And again, I'm not here to be right. I'm here to give you my point of view. And sometimes there has to be serious, not sometimes, there always has to be a serious consequence to break a cycle. And we, in our society right now, we have this cycle of immense disrespect and not minding your own business. I mean, I got a guy screaming curse words next to me over a mistake. Like, that guy, like, I wish I would have had the time to jump down there and get in his face and like, what are you doing? Like, why, what are you getting in my business for? Like, and we've just created this platform where everybody's allowed to do that without a consequence.
I think it's a big problem with like social media and stuff like that. Just like you were saying, it like there's the right to free speech, which I understand, but it gets to a point where it just becomes abusive. Mm-hmm. And there's enough places for where people hide behind, like, anonymity can be good, but now they're hiding behind anonymity and using it in the wrong way. In fact, like they can actually hide away from what they're saying. Yeah. And then in that they're not being held responsible for what they're saying.
No accountability for what they're saying at all.
And that's just it, because the real truth in life is, like, you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and just like you said, you get punched in the face. Like, it will happen.
But it also,
because people just won't take it.
But it also, and from what I've seen with what we do, like, and believe me, I've never punched anybody in the face here. Okay, that's not the point. But when you step into somebody's world when they're being disrespectful and you get up like right in their face and be like, yo, this isn't going to work, and you think something's going to go down. I've been to that point where people think something, like, you meet it with aggression and like, I'm not taking this. You better stop. And like I see a difference, and I see a turning point for people. Like, okay, like I'll be straight here. You parents out there have done the talking for a long time, and it doesn't work. Talking doesn't work. I'll just be straight with everybody. You can sit there and want to talk a lot, and it didn't work. They kept manipulating. They kept pushing. We're in a society that will get up in cops' faces and scream and get in authority's face and scream because they know there is no consequence. They know there is no repercussion for what they do. Look at it. Look at what's out there and tell me that the talking works. Like, look at what's going on. Like, take a look. Talk to a police officer. Talk to a teacher. Talk to people of authority that are out there that are dealing with the level of disrespect across the board that we're getting. We're just in this society that has no repercussions for being extremely, disgustingly rude, obnoxious, and not minding their own business. That has nothing to do with them. I just think we're in this time where there's just, I mean, I've been around motocross for a long time, and I've been around people and this whole thing for a long time. But something needs to give, because what's going on out there is just wrong. When somebody says I'm sorry and owns their mistake, like, back off, like, relax, like, be kind, accept the apology and forgive. But everybody just wants to pile on and take the opportunity to be dramatic and hurtful. And when there's no consequence for anything, when there's no repercussion for that, it just keeps going. In fact, here's what I see. I see parents that have allowed this stuff. It doesn't just keep going. It grows. It's like they get a little bit bigger puffy. They're like, I can get away with this. If I can do this to my mom and dad, I can do this to anybody. Anybody. And they start building this egotistical puff up where aggressive words. Davy Clark. Okay, enough with the Vet C thing. Okay, Octavian. Vet B. All right. And their words are really hurtful, and they know it. But they think there's a difference between emotional and I'll just be straight here. Like, everybody's like fine with being emotionally abused, but man, you fight back against that, and then it's like crossing the line. There's this, like, I don't even know what part of the society feels like all that is just different. But I think emotional abuse is at times a lot worse than physical abuse. I think that treating somebody emotionally wrong, you know what I mean, can be lasting. Like, can really last a long time. I'll tell you right now, there's wounds that I have and that I've given emotionally that I wished would have been physical, and I'm sure they would have too, because the pain of that can be over in a short amount of time. Not that there's not emotional parts that go with that. This is just me talking about like what's going on out there, and that there's just needs to be something that deals with it. And I like I told you, I just I don't believe that it's at my hands that all this has to be fixed. I'm telling you my point of view of what I see, that something's got to give. Like, everybody just is looking for the opportunity to jump on the bandwagon to hurt somebody with their words. And it's a lot out there. I see it here outside our office. I see it with managers. I see it with people that lead. Like, it's just this world where we are just not minding our own business. And it's wild. And I think Facebook has given people that platform. So there's my morning rant. I knew this one was going to be a little bit outside of the normal, but I always want to talk about the topics that are really kind of just different and odd. But it was something that I saw that I felt really crappy for Joe and the way he was being treated, and I didn't think, man, it's the same thing when it's happening within your family. It really hits you, and we made the mistake, no doubt. People make, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody has to do the name calling, the cursing, the effing idiot, and think, come on, like, you want to say something, go to, hey, you missed that. What? Okay, yeah, and we apologize, but there just seems to be no consequence for hurting somebody that way, and I just have my beliefs. I with what I see works and what doesn't, and I always told y'all, like, it just seems the words aren't working. We need to figure out something else out in this society to wake people up to do something different, to help them, to move them forward so that they can be a productive part of society and not get caught in this rut of negativity and run in your mouth, and just be kind. Just go to work. Just work on yourself. Just keep it. People are going to make mistakes. We're here to make mistakes. These guys are here to make the mistakes. And man, we saw that all weekend in the growth in making mistake and working through it. So it's Monday. Don't go punch anybody in the face this week talking about based on what we were talking about. Don't do that. This is just a discussion on what's happening out there. And we love y'all. It's Monday. We're going to see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for being patient with us this week. And this past week, we had a lot to do, and we still have a lot to do. But remember, whatever you're going to do with this week, do it with soul. We'll see y'all.